Hare Krishna. Welcome to ISKCON Vrindavan. My name is Champagalata Devidasi and today we have a very special guest with us for our interview. Today we have with us Bhakti Ashray Vaishnav Maharaj, and thank you very much Maharaj. We feel most fortunate to have you with us today. So we will be asking a few questions from Maharaj about his life, about his journey so far, so that all of us can take inspiration and learn from his life, from his example, and try to imbibe some of his instructions and values in our own lives, and thus hope to make some advancement in spiritual life. So Maharaj, first of all, we would like to know from you how it was, how did you join the temple, how did you join the Krishna consciousness movement, and how was the whole experience?
Well, I was doing some job in Orissa. Somehow or other, one of my friend in job, so he was chanting, and from the beginning I was inclined to Jagannath and spiritual things. So then I asked what you were doing and all that. So then he brought me once to Bhubaneswar. At that time there was no temple in Bhubaneswar, but a small hut. Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj was there, and I saw him. He arranged meeting. So then I took Bhagavad Gita from him and some magazines, and then I started reading that Bhagavad Gita translated by Gaur Govinda Maharaj. And then after few months, then I decided, what is the use of doing job, better I should do something. If depending upon Krishna, then let us see. So then I left job, and I was coming. I didn't know I should be coming to Vrindavan, but I took a ticket from Puri, and my plan was to go to Rishikesh and then go somewhere in solitary place and do some bhajan, something like that. And it was long train. I took the train from Puri, but it was almost 42 hours journey. So on the way, one couple, they were my birth mate. They were same next to my birth, and because I left the job and not informing my family members and not informing anybody, just going to my spiritual path, not to take experiment of truth. So I was neither eating, not sleeping. I don't have that time bead bag, but I was chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra I heard from the book. So I was chanting without bead, and I was not talking to anybody also. That couple, they said, this is a young boy, and for a long time he not doing neither eating nor sleeping nor talking. What? So then they become curious and ask me, where are you going and all that. I told that I am going to Taj Mahal, to see Taj Mahal in Agra. So actually that lady, she was Brajavasi, she was a daughter of one Goswami from Banka Bihari, and she got married somewhere. So at that time there was no phone, no mobile at that time there. This is in 86. And so they tried to preach me that if you are going to Agra, then why not going to Vrindavan, Mathura. So they preached me. I said okay. So they gave me a letter. So to hand over their letter to their parents, I came to Vrindavan. Otherwise I was no plan. I supposed to get down in Agra, go to Delhi and go to Haridwar. Somehow or other I come to Vrindavan, and I did their job. And then moving around, so then I come to ISKCON temple also, and saw the deities. First I come at noon time. At that time there is no main gate, that their gate was here and one gate next to some information center. Because noon time a temple was closed, so I came, I saw the restaurant, guest house. I thought maybe this Western people, this is their temple, the Prabhupada picture is there. Because I saw Prabhupada picture before in book and magazine. So I sat down. Then one sannyasi, now he must be in Radhakund, Lokasaranga Swami. he met me first time in the lobby here, and he started to talking to me, and then preaching. Then Dinabandhu Prabhu was president. He introduced me. Then he said, "Why not you stay here?" I said, "I can't stay here also." So actually, this is 1 or 2 days before Radhashtami. Then I went back. I was staying somewhere near bus stand, one Dharmasabha. So then I'm coming every day to Diksha. So then the day before Radhashtami, Dinabandhu Prabhu invited me, "Please come. We need some volunteer to serve in kitchen." So I said, I become curious. Okay. So then for that time, kitchen was there on the guest house, on the top of guest house. Now the legal room, legal office, that was the kitchen. Prasadam Haran kitchen there. And they took me, and I was busy in Radhashtami. That was the first time I joined in Radhashtami, cooking feast, helping them, cutting vegetables and all that. And then I went back. Then they said, "Why not you come and stay here?" I said, "Okay, I can come." Then I left Dharmasala and come and stay here in the ashram. And from that time I am here till now. Somehow or other I ended up here.
Thank you very much, Maharaj. Beautiful journey from, anyway, everybody in Odisha is by nature a devotee of Jagannath. So it's the spiritual sanskar is anyway there since birth, I suppose. But then the journey to come to Vrindavan, it's really beautiful. Thank you very much, Maharaj. So if you could please share some stories or how it was to be a brahmachari in ISKCON Vrindavan for so many years.
Because at that time I was quite young. I completed my graduation in 82, and I was doing job. And 2-3 years after, I think 86, in something like August or September, I joined here. And then I was working here in kitchen from that day and staying in ashram. And almost maybe 6 months or so, once Gopal Krishna Maharaj, I didn't know anybody much because I used to come after Mangalarti and stay in kitchen till night, working everything. At that time only 3 persons were there. Nandanandan Prabhu, his wife was in Prabhupada house, and he used to cook, and myself and one more brahmachari, we used to help. That's it. And from morning till breakfast, lunch and milk in night, and cleaning Prasadam hall. So I was busy there. So not attending any class, not only Mangalarti, that's it. Then, so one time Gopal Krishna Maharaj came and some devotees they take me to introduce. So then Maharaj asked me where from and all that, "Why you didn't attend class?" I said, "I'm not attending any class." "Why? You can understand English, why can?" I told, "This is my job. Since 6 months I am in kitchen." So then he called, at that time who was temple commander, Sandipani Muni. So he called him and chastised him, why you were not allowing him to attend class and all that. And then the next day they changed my service. So I was in bookstall. The bookstall was there, one bookstall was there, now it is inside the temple. Another bookstall, where is information center, that was bookstall there. Because the entry gate was there only, Samadhi was not constructed and under construction. So I was in that bookstall then from that time. Then I attended full temple program and all that. And then I saw all the brahmacharis. I was quite young, not married. So anyway, I was with them. At that time there was no Hindi class at that time. So somehow or other Hindi class started. I started from there, from the Life Mercy room, small room. I remember once Bhakticharya Maharaj invited, he gave Hindi class practicing. And then from then we started slowly. Then now it is ended in Balaram Hall. At that time we don't have that land, that was not under our position. So somehow or other I stayed with the brahmacharis, and Prabhupada Maharaj, he was working in bookstall and I was in bookstall, so we both, we were together. First I was staying with Bhuvaneshwar Prabhu as a roommate. Bhuvaneshwar Prabhu, myself and Radha Govinda Maharaj in that room. And then I went to Prabhupada Maharaj and myself in the room. So by getting inspiration from all the senior devotees at that time. Govinda Maharaj, now he was Ajodhyapati Prabhu at that time, Pundarik Prabhu, Karmaru Prabhu, Satyanarayan Prabhu, those are senior devotees. So I had great fortune to take their association and sometimes opportunity to serve them. By their blessings, somehow or other, I am still continuing. And then after few years working in bookstall, somehow or other they put us, first Prabhupada Maharaj they sent, then they sent, after 2 days sent me also in book distribution. And then book distribution, the full-time job from Mangalarti to 9 o'clock night, fully busy. And I was in that service for almost 15 years or so. Prabhupada Maharaj was there for 5 to 7 years, and after that then I took over and I was continuing it. And that's everybody knows about. And that time, Dinabandhu Prabhu, then Kadamakarna Maharaj, then Mahaman Prabhu, and presidents, they come, and somehow or other this book distribution Sankirtan team did increase. We had almost 7-8 buses, around 50-60 brahmacharis working. So natural, some devotees they get little upset because he has money and myan in the whole temple. This is the biggest department of many devotees and money and all that. So anyway, so something happened. So after Mahaman Prabhu's duration, and in Sankirtan I was full-time brahmachari because there was no scope of thinking anything, full-time, busy. And after that then they put me in management. I could not go out, but I was managing Sankirtan department and also in temple management and kitchen, many departments I have to look after here. And then after some time then they said, no, you have everything, so better you can, if you can give that job to somebody. Then I resigned. It's a big thing happened when the combined presidency. So then after 2-3 years then they said, why not Prabhupada Maharaj apply for sannyas, Radharamana Maharaj, Gaur Narayan Maharaj and myself, we together applied for sannyas. But at that time the Mahan Prabhu and Panchagoda Prabhu was vice president, they didn't recommend this, no, you should be in management, let them go for sannyas, you should be in management. So they didn't allow me. So I left over, but then after that, so in 2008 or so, then Kadamakarna Maharaj and others said, why not? You better, now you are not doing Sankirtan, so better you can go apply for sannyas. And so they helped me, all the sannyas devotees, and they helped me. At that time, we have GBC body almost 8 senior devotees. So all of them they told, you better apply, it's good. So then okay, I applied, then I did complete Bhakti Shastri and all that. And I think I applied in 2010, and then after 3 years, in 2013, I got this sannyas.
So as Maharaj told us, he was performing so many different kind of services actually, from the kitchen to book distribution, book stall and management, so many different things, and for so many years actually, like Maharaj said, since 1986, right? He has been here, so that is like 3 decades already. So that is just amazing and so inspiring. And now Maharaj has taken sannyas, and he's still, he's one of the oldest people in the management over here actually. Not so many since that time, I believe. No, not so many since that time. People keep changing, new devotees come, new managers come, but the ones who stick here, who are here for so many years, they really know how the temple runs and how everything happens. So Maharaj is one of them who has been putting all of his effort. There was no time for thinking about anything else except service. That is such a big inspiration for all of us. So Maharaj, now that you have taken sannyas, of course, I believe you still have a lot of management responsibilities are still there. So how has it been? How has it changed?
Actually, when we were taking sannyas, at that time also before that, my name was there as a vice president here. So, when I was taking sannyas, I myself and Janardhan Maharaj, in the ceremony, Guru Maharaj also told, okay, I am giving you sannyas, and don't take sannyas from Vrindavan, you have to be here. But then, after 2 days, Brahmananda Prabhu, he met me in temple hall, and then embraced me. He said, oh, now you are sannyas, I am very happy. So, now, no more management, you should travel and preach. I told, but Maharaj told me, no, I will talk to him, no problem. Prabhupada told me personally, now I should leave it. So then, anyway, I was thinking to go for preaching, because long time I stayed here, I never got outside. Whenever I was outside for 15 years, busy in book distribution, no program, nothing else. So when I start traveling, then there's really demand everywhere. So keeps on traveling for 2013 till this Corona time only. I took a break, otherwise hardly I used to be here in Vrindavan, otherwise in traveling. So then Corona, I was thinking sometimes I would travel again, but something happened, and then again this management, the current management board, they again put me forcibly in management. So now I am again here.
Everybody wants you to be here in Vrindavan and manage.
I am again trapped in, they put me in MCC and HOD, then again looking after the ashram and forcing, no, you should not travel more. Sometime emergency should go, otherwise stay here. I believe that because Janardhan Maharaj is not here and all that, so they force me to now.
We need someone also over here for guidance and for inspiration, and of course you're one of the most inspiring devotees over here. So everybody wants Maharaj to stay here only. So, but still, so in the future, do you plan to go again out traveling, or you're also
of course, the traveling preaching is the best, but also I cannot deny all the senior devotees and devotee community, they want, so I have to balance. But anyway, in this lockdown situation, I am not free. Every day, almost every day practically I am in online classes. So, in different, in India, outside India also, somewhere some classes are going on.
Yes, so these days anyway online is
Yeah,
very much popular.
It's very much active.
Yes, so you can sit in Vrindavan and still
Yeah,
preaching. That is actually a big advantage of the modern technology that we have.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Maharaj. But before we end the interview, we would just like if you could speak a few words about how the devotees should improve their spiritual lives. What should they do to become more serious?
Actually, we ourselves, we can do our effort, but that is very little. Most of it in spiritual life, the bigger part of success or continuing lies in the mercy of Guru and Krishna and Vaishnavas. If somehow or other we can please them, please the community of devotees and please the spiritual master and continue in Krishna's whatever service to Krishna, I think that then we can continue in this path. I don't know whether I will be success or not, but somehow or other dragging on, continuing, trying, and till now also I am trying, and only I am sustained only because of the mercy of the devotees, Vaishnava devotees and Guru and Krishna. That's it. So now I am again
Everybody wants you to be here in Vrindavan and manage the temple.
They put me in C and HOD, then again looking after the ashram and forcing, no, you should not travel more. Sometime emergency should go, or stay here. I believe that because Janardhan Maharaj is not here and all that, so this also.
Yeah, we need someone also over here for guidance and for inspiration, and of course you're one of the most inspiring devotees over here. So everybody wants Maharaj to stay here only. So, but still, so in the future, do you plan to go again out traveling, or you're also happy to?
Of course, traveling preaching is the best, but also I cannot deny all the senior devotees and devotee community. They want to have to balance. But
Mhm.
anyway, in this lockdown situation, I am not free. Every day, almost every day, practically, I am in online classes.
Uh-huh.
So, in different, in India, outside India also, somewhere some classes are going on.
Yeah, so these days anyway online is
Yeah.
very much popular
Very
and
much active.
yes, so it's you can sit in Vrindavan and still be
Yeah,
preaching.
yeah,
That is actually a big advantage of the modern technology that we have.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Maharaj. But before we end the interview, we would just like if you could speak a few words about how the devotees should improve their spiritual lives. What should they do to become more serious? Thank you very much, Maharaj. And as Maharaj said, it is only through the mercy of Krishna and Mahaprabhu and Guru and the Vaishnavas that we can make any advancement in our spiritual lives. So we have Maharaj over here. So we would like to request Maharaj to bless all of us, that with his blessings, as we said, with the Vaishnavas' blessings, so with his blessings that all of us can make some advancement in our spiritual life. So please bless us.
Many senior devotees are there. Vrindavan is always full of many senior devotees.
It is the quality of a Vaishnava to be so humble, but we require the blessings, and as merciful Vaishnavas, please do bless us.
So whenever you have any service, please engage me.
You please bless us and engage us. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.